Hello and welcome to Cypherone. This is the start of my Dead Rising 3 series. So let's get this going. So I'm going to kick off this video with something interesting that I thought about the other day. And don't take this idea too seriously, but it's on the premise of this game, and the culprit just flew away. Now, imagine a world where the zombie is the metaphor. And to continue that thought, essentially, in this world, the zombie's the metaphor for the sick society of what happens after the what is it called? Just basically the apocalypse, like the end of the world, where humanity just goes nuts and people start looting and people start going crazy and some people turn to cannibalism. The zombie could be a metaphor for that idea of when society turns, more of like a Fallout kind of universe. You know, where people start up gangs and people are attacking each other and brutal to each other and stealing from each other. And essentially, that is what society becomes when all is taken away from them. They become exactly what they are, primal. Imagine if everyone in your city had all of their comforts taken away from them in a second. Some of them wouldn't be able to cope, and they would lose their minds. Hence, psychopaths in Dead Rising. For a further explanation on this, subscribe, like, comment below if you think that the idea is total ludicrous and you think that, hey man, it's just a game. But no, I don't know. I like to look at things a little deeper than the surface, and plus it makes it a little more interesting, you know, because to be honest, this concept has been used time and time again, and is essentially being overproduced, in my opinion. And the valuable aspects of this idea, the zombie apocalypse type universe, the good or the valuable storylines that have been made of this universe have always died out. For instance, and this is an unpopular thought that people are going to be like, hey man, you suck. The Walking Dead was essentially good in the beginning. It wasn't really related to the comic book, and you know, I don't expect that anymore. Hollywood rapes comics. That's what they do. And don't get me wrong, I think the first season, maybe a little of the second season, but once it started getting into like the more personal like points of the characters, where they're, you know, it focuses on finding that little girl in the farm for that extended a period of time, you know, and I'm just like, oh man, move it on already. And and that's what TV series do. I understand that, but The Walking Dead was really original and aggressive, and I think it had a lot of potential. And then to me, it just kind of, my interest died out. And again, that's going to be an unpopular opinion on the series. And for those of you who are going to comment like, hey, F you, man, I think you're stupid. I'm not stupid because I have an opinion. But I could understand why you'd be upset. I just think that the series has lost its flavor for the most part. But back to the game. Additions to this game, for those of you who played Dead Rising and Dead Rising 2, they've made guns. Guns are able to shoot now freeform. So you can shoot from the hip, which is great. And you can also shoot them in the head and they will die, which is something that's a little new. Oh, the inevitable failure. Wouldn't be a horror game without it. Just going for a stroll, zombies. Don't worry about me. Okay, I think they're worried about me. I'm gonna run. That's the only reasonable thing I could do. Hey, we all know who that guy's role was in prison with the bandana.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. No, holy crap, man.
Oh, boy. He's like, I'm gonna jump and just fall on that. Watch this. This is interesting. There's a glitch that happens right here. Ready for it? Wait for it. Right there. See how he's in a different outfit? It's the only part in the game so far I've found that it messed up during a cutscene what outfit you were wearing. And the plane crashes. You know, I don't know where Nick had, like, in his head where he was like, hey, man, I could totally outrun this plane, you know, because it's falling from the sky. Andrew Lawrence, Shelby Young, Valerie Hubbard, Daniel Roebuck, Kirk Eoville, I don't know how that's pronounced, Veronica Diaz, Robert Craighead, Arif Kinshin, Caitlin Garrett. I think I pronounced that last name wrong. Beer, Coffee, Shining Lights, Dead Rising 3. And here we are, hanging out. Zombies on fire. Somehow the plane's seats are completely intact. Nothing was damaged, besides the outer. A little bit of the innard. There's just a fucking jet engine laying there. You bet your sweet ass, Nick. Let's do this. Don't mess around. Chuck it. I don't know how that blew up, but... Oh, it must have been like a environmental explosion from all the chaos going on right now. Just gonna jump that. I'm out of here, man. There's too much craziness going on. This chick said we could, like, do her. So, I think, I'm not gonna because she's like a zombie. And, that's not cool. Because zombie chicks are, like,
This is so messed up.
weird. Stomp that guy's head. Take that, hooligan. Do we have a third? Third gonna grab me anytime? Just gonna jump out. Hey, I'm gonna try bite your flesh.
How am I gonna get back to the diner?
Grab that bottled water. All sorts of fun. Just chuck that sign right in there. See, in most of the videos I saw of the gameplay, everyone's like, you know, I'm just gonna jump car to car. Well, you're in for a treat, viewers, because I'm not doing that shit. I'm gonna eat that bagel, and then I'm gonna go to town with this flashlight, and then an axe. A really cool feature that they added to Dead Rising 3 with, since the Xbox One like integrates the Kinect a lot better than the Xbox 360. You could see the Xbox 360 was trying to do it near the end, like Mass Effect 3 had voice commands, and I heard they were relatively good. But on the Xbox One, you could say like drop current item, or let's see, what's another one? Over here, and then the zombies within a specific radius will hear it, and they will come to you. Those are only two examples. Also, during boss fights, there's specific lines you can say, like "you're crazy" is one line that you say. I believe it's to... I can't remember. I think it's the second boss. The second psychopath. I believe it's to him. These bastards aren't coming over here. I don't have my Kinect hooked up right now because it gets a little dicey. I don't want to just be hanging out. The Kinect's hooked up. And a zombie apocalypse. I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, thank God.
Also, I really enjoy the leveling up system, which you will see further on in this game. Obviously, when I level up again, you'll get a chance to see it. And in further videos, I will explain the dynamic of the whole menu. I'll do like a video of the Kinect walkthroughs and the voice commands and stuff. And so comment below, let me know what you'd like to see on this game. Items that you can't find for those of you Xbox One users out there who have this game. If there's anything you can't find, I can definitely help you find it. So just comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Is that your last dose? We're almost out of everything.
You know, if your kind had just got Zombrex chipped like responsible citizens, we might not be in this mess.
Those people are tracked by GPS. They're prisoners.
They're following the law. Those GPS chips have Zombrex in
It's okay to be a prisoner if you follow the law.
Oh, really? Must not have worked too well. Look outside.
You illegals are nothing but trouble.
Will you bitches shut up? They're gonna hear us. You know, why don't you calm the hell down, asshole? As long as they're outside, we got nothing to worry about. Oh, no, turn it off, turn it off.
So convenient too, like, oh, I'm just gonna lean on this jukebox. And then what really doesn't make sense to me is this upcoming part. Okay, so like, out of all things you could possibly do in this situation, it's a bunch of zombies outside. Oh, let's see, what do you do? What do you do?
Look at that one.
Thinking about it right now, building up the fear.
When it was alive.
We are all going to die.
Run out the front door. Just right into a crowd of them. And then, you know, stand by the front door so they can pull you out. Seems reasonable.
Jesus.
No, man. The character of this game also kind of seems,
We're gonna go.
what's the word for it? A little skittish.
Time to think. Maybe the TV will work.
We have to get out of here. That's fine, but I'm not going any garage. people are waiting for me.
Girlie, you're better off with us.
Just a little bit.
My chances. Nick, those zombies are gonna get in here any second. We gotta do something.
They already got Jim and Bob.
You're good at
And
fixing things.
surprisingly, Jim is the woman.
Let me see if I can put something together.
There's got to be something conveniently placed. And by that gibber that I just said, I meant to say conveniently. I know. Grammar. Proper pronunciation. I'll learn it one day. Got a sledge saw.
Okay, everyone. We gotta leave through the back door. There's gotta be less zombies back there.
The introduction to this game is fairly like straightforward and quick. Whereas like the introduction to Dead Rising was pretty slow.
Come on, let's go. Ingleton's that way. We gotta lower that barrier.
Moving it on. Jumping in the car and, oh wow, there's a bunch of them. My first impression of this was, I don't know, I'm pretty impressed by not only can they render this many zombies on the screen, which should have been how it was in the first place, but they're also able to render the zombies at random. So you won't ever see one zombie that is exactly the same as the other. That was my problem with the predecessors to this game, is that you'd see the same zombies, and then you were just like, oh, I forgot I'm playing a game. A really badly crafted game in terms of mixing it up. I don't know, it's something that really irritated me. So it's just giving them more of a feel for it, I think. It's more real in the sense that, not every zombie's going to look the same. Some may look similar, but you'll get that with the sheepish people. I think an apocalypse in modern times would look funny. The first few days it'd look really funny because, you'd have all those people with like the hair products in their hair and stuff, and their hair would be all crazy, and, especially Japanese culture with their insane hairstyles. And then like, you just slowly see like their hair start drooping down, and it'd be pretty funny. Get off of me. You sons of bitches. That lady's still trying to get up, eat my brains. I'm not having it though. Yeah, take that. I don't understand why she just doesn't run right now. There's like 2 left. It's like, you're good to go. You can run away now. Alright, let's see what other stuff we can do before we go to the main objective. Oh wait, never mind. I think it's straightforward. You pretty much just go to the main objective, and then after that, she's like, hey, go do some stuff. And you're like, okay, I'll go do some stuff. Even though there's flesh-eating zombies everywhere, that's cool. Looking forward to going outside, seeing the sunshine.
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
Yeah, neither did I, lady.
City is screwed.
Well, we know it's the whole damn country.
Where are the police? Where's the army?
Should be safe in here for a while.
Ah! Take that, hooligan.
More in here, okay? No more.
Hey, wait a minute. This guy, he's got one of those GPS Zombrex chips right there.
ZDC.
Hey! Those are supposed to dose infected people with Zombrex.
Oh wait.
It's supposed to track him. I mean, isn't that the whole point?
All clear.
Something not doing what it's supposed to be doing? No way.
News. We need to find out what's going on out there and when help is coming.
Or not doing what it's supposed to, I suppose. In this case. Get chipped now or turn into this. Metaphor.
Damn it. TV's on the fritz again. I'm gonna have to mess with those wires. Probably gonna take me a couple hours, Nick. You might want to see if you can find anything out there. But be careful.
Just leave it in there. Just gonna shove this crowbar through the zombie's head. There's like something in this dude's head. It's pretty weird.
Hey, wait!
You should like answer that.
Hello, please. Can you help? We're trapped in a Oh, man, I can see your mouth moving, but I ain't hearing nothing. What? I can't hear you, man. Your mic is busted, dang it. I can hear you. You can see me, right? Can you help? Are you a cop? Am I a cop? Oh, that is a good one, man. I am a professional office sanitation management technician. Yeah, no, I just
A janitor.
Man, I hold up in some surveillance room. That zombie civil defense shit, the ZDC. Yeah, found the body prop and the door open, so locked my ass in here straight up. Name's Jamie Flint. Nick. Yeah, I see your shirt there, cowboy. So here's the deal. I can't call no one but you. Oh, man. But, you know, it ain't all bad. I got a bag of chips and a bag of monitors. I'm getting the hang of this civil defense system shit. Looks pretty sick. No, just hang on to this thing, man. I will call you back if I see anyone alive who needs help. Plus, maybe you can help me out with a couple of extra things.
Well, and here's the catch.
So, listen, those illegals got some nice hideouts around town. There's one at the motel. Just north of you, and Engel's is perfect for folks to wait this thing out. Yeah, a good place to store stuff, too. So, you check it out, and I will call you later.
Oh, and I tried that Smart Glass app for Dead Rising 3. It's actually pretty useful, especially if you have another person running it, because they can pin items like as you play. For instance, they'll click on an item, like wherever it is, and they can find out what specific type of item it is as well. It's really interesting, and it's really useful, like if you're trying to find a specific item. Also, they can look at the map and look at which areas are denser with zombies and which aren't. So that's pretty interesting.
Here goes nothing. Nick, this hot little illegal chick over by the Ingleton Motel. Is she the best?
Oh, just trying to get over this way. Mind my own business with my sledge saw. I feel like I'm gonna offend someone with that.
Dry nozzles when I need 'em most.
Hey man, why you gotta be such a dick when you're holding a sledge saw? Zombies like, hey, just trying to feed my family.
Cool painting, but you do.
Get a clue and mind your own business. Don't mess with me, okay? This is
Someone's
serious
going
shit.
crazy.
Okay, whatever. But looks like you're out of paint, so why don't you just get somewhere safe and finish it later?
There won't be a later if I don't get this done. Wait, who are you with? Huh? Are you a snitch?
What? No, I'm not a snitch. What are you talking about? Why is this so important?
It's not for me, it's for people like me, the ones who live off the grid because of those fascists.
Illegals. You mean this sign means there's a safe place nearby? Safe from zombies?
Don't call me an illegal. Yes, that's why I have to finish, but my cannons are dried to shit. I need 3 more to get this done.
You mean spray paint? Cannons. That's cool. Sure, I'll try to get you 3.
Don't come back.
All right, so now we're sent on a mission to get spray paint for this Asian lady, so she can spray paint a symbol for the basically the people in this series who like dropped off the grid and they decided not to get chipped, quote unquote.
Got company.
And for those of you who like to collect, personally, I collect everything. When you click on any of those statues right there to get the facial hair, if you're not satisfied with the item that you click on, whether it be facial hair, clothing, you can click on it again and it'll give you back your original, but it'll have unlock that so you can grab it from your locker later. So I recommend every time you run into something, pick it up just because, especially if you collect, like I do. Because then you go back to your safe house, bam, there it is. And the option's left open, and you don't have to go try to track it down later. All right, spray paint can 1. Let's go get the second one before we get our face chewed off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Zombies everywhere. Just no one taking a break. Did you see the zombie fall from the roof? Yeah, that happened. Take that, hooligan. See, to my left, there's a coat that you can grab. I already grabbed it, but it's a leather coat. Make sure to grab that. Also, there's a jacket. And then if you click on it again, it will switch back to what you previously were wearing.
Here we go.
Just gonna crack through this window during a zombie apocalypse, grab a bunch of booze. See, that's one thing I personally wouldn't do during a zombie apocalypse. I hear about people like, oh man, I'd go into a liquor store and, and get a whole bunch of booze. There is a benefit to that, making Molotov cocktails. I can understand that part, because what better way to kill zombies than to burn them? But they're not talking about making them for weapons. They're talking about making them for obvious reasons, to drink, consumption. So not only are these people going to be intoxicated, but they have the potential to become too intoxicated or get too ambitious, go out in the middle of the night, totally destroyed, and then probably get themselves killed. Now, as where they were sober, they would be able to react quicker. They wouldn't pass out. Personally, I wouldn't drink during the zombie apocalypse. And I actually want to know, for those people who are watching my video right now, during the zombie apocalypse, I want to know who of you would drink and who of you wouldn't. And where would the first place you'd go be? So, like, all right, you're at your home, okay? Or no, make this better yet. You're at work. So wherever your job is, and if your job is at home, you're lucky, I suppose. Okay, so you're at your job. All of a sudden, a coworker comes running in or something. Says, "Hey man, you need to turn on the TV. You gotta check this out. Some crazy shit is going on." So you turn on the TV. All of a sudden, every news channel's like broadcasting. There's the third spray paint can. Every news channel's broadcasting like, "Hey, everyone's stay indoors. There's a disease that is highly contagious that spreads host to host through bites and scratches." You know, the whole charade of zombie stuff. Where is the first place you would go after being at work? Where would you go? Leave it in the comment below, or you can send me a personal message on my YouTube page. So feel free to do whichever one. Otherwise, you can also find me on Facebook. You just type in Cypher space 1 or only one Cypher 1. It's really simple to find. And I'm just curious of things like that because, you know, I played these games enough that I'm like, well, what if this was reality? And that's always been a question that I've wanted to know is what would other people do? Because personally, I know what I'd do. Let's say I'm at work. I would leave from there immediately, go to the first gun store I could possibly find. Try to get in there without... See, because that might be even a bad idea because a gun store owner's not going to just start selling you ammo, you know? He's not going to be like, yeah, sure. So then you'd probably have to take it by force. You risk getting shot. You got to think about these things. So maybe that wouldn't be the best idea. Maybe the best idea would be to go home, board up your house, but then you have to worry about, like, those crazy bastards who are going to break into your house and steal all your food and maybe use your home as their shelter because they don't have one. So you got to take like so many damn things into accordance when planning this fictional, you know, survival story. And I just think it's fun. And I'd like to hear what other people would do. All right, so let's drop all this shit. So this is the first safe house right here. This is where you can get, it's a weapons locker. So obviously you can get weapons from here. I personally use a lot of sawed-off and grenade launchers. Grenade launchers for crowd control, and same as the sawed-off shotgun. And then for a melee weapon, I generally use the Grim Reaper, but the Fire Reaper version of that, which is the Grim Reaper Advanced. And then I think it's I'll have to see. Hold on a minute. Just looking around. Mini chainsaws are pretty good too. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Guandao. The Guandao is a really good weapon. You'll see the power of this bad boy right here once I use it. And we are presented with our first psycho mission. I would be curious as to see what actual psychopaths would do, you know? I mean, there's plenty of them in the country I live, so I'd just be interested to see how many people are actually, you know, going to respond in similar ways as the psychopaths in this game. A lot of interest. Get out of my way. It's so conveniently, too. They just like, boom, 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 boom. They just knock right over. Just run right over them. Oh, man. And I gotta mention this. I don't know why I didn't earlier in any of my videos of Dead Rising 3. But the best zombie game I have played to date, and I highly recommend it to every single gamer who has ever liked a zombie game, The Last of Us. If you don't own a PS3, borrow one, rent that shit, and play it till the end. Honestly, it is the best zombie game, without a doubt. because it has the story, it has the gameplay, and it focuses on stealth. You know, truly, like there's a lot of shooting aspects to it, and you can go, Rambo in that game, but it really focuses on stealth if you want to. You don't have to fight any of the stuff at some parts. I've avoided a lot of enemies. All right, here we go. Here's the psychopath. But seriously, Last of Us. Try it out. Here's a crazy Asian man.
Holy shit. Did zombies get in? Are you okay?
Sweet anger coursed through us. It's how universe tell us who target should be.
Look, just because you're talking all funny like that, it doesn't mean it's making any sense.
Spirit of universe has slaughtered my happiness, and so I must slaughter too. All who disrupt my garden of peace shall die.
Oh, God. You did this. These people were just looking for safety. You've no right to kill them.
Yeah, bitch. I jumped down, throw smoke bomb, and he's got a Guandao as well, or I think that's how it's pronounced. If it's not, someone be like, dude, you pronounced it wrong, you shithead, and I'll be like, all right, man, I won't say it like that anymore. Oh,
My paradise.
Be careful.
I don't know what's happening right now. Oh,
That'll work.
Get that out of.
oh boy, trying to take this guy out. It's not working. Oh man. And I like see how in the top right corner underneath my health it's blinking calm down. With the Kinect you're able to say that statement out loud and it'll actually put him in a state of disorientation, which allows you to perform a special move onto him with, I think it's Y and B combined. You press them at the same time, which is quite useful because it can definitely, help out for those people who are having difficulty with this psychopath. I don't think you should, because it's fairly simple boss to beat. You just basically run around and hit him with whatever shit you can. And he doesn't hit really too hard, so just keep some health on you and make sure that, you're diligent with this motherfucker. There we go. Took him out. Take that, bitch. I like how funny this, like, whenever you beat a psychopath, they always act so ridiculous.
I get fired. My wife leaves for a guy who sells the refrigerators. My kids grow up to be disrespectful brats. Now this? A goddamn zombie outbreak?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Reminds me of one of my friends. Whenever he's upset, he always talks like that.
You piece of crap.
With the Asian accent and all. I'm just gonna do this. It's reasonable because it makes sense to me at the... Alright, he's done.
Oh, God.
I wonder if that's even possible. I don't think it is. I don't think that's possible. If it was, people would be doing that all the time. Alright, let's get out of this murder house.
I punched it big time.
So, that's where you get the item first that allows you it to be unlocked in the armory. And I think it's pretty flashy. Yeah, just gonna knock that out of my way. And this Kung Fu suit, I will be posting a video how to specifically get this. For those of you who want to know. I think it's probably one of the cooler outfits I've found so far. And actually, I believe it improves your kick and your running speed. I'm not 100% on the running speed, but I know for sure it changes the way you kick, and your kick's a little stronger. Come on, get in, lady. Generally, you want to try to only keep survivors with you if you absolutely need them, because I believe there's an achievement you get for saving all of them. Alright, it looks like we're coming to the end of Chapter 0. All we need to do is walk inside of here. Don't forget to subscribe, viewers. If you like the video, smash the fuck out of that like button. Just make sure to only do it once so it doesn't unlike it. And stay moist.